Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk, Thinking Right, Rockin' George. Out here in the lab, I'm getting the floor put in this week. Who we getting there? We getting there. But right now, I got to do what I do for you. Let's go. Writism, 25 rules led by storytelling. Story with a message and story for life. I'm giving life lessons. I see you tune in to receive them. I'm hoping you use them because that's what I'm giving to you for. Use them at your leisure. They work. Trust me. All right, let's do it. Right thinking. Mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you and every individual to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Get your funk on. You know who you are. Keep it real. Right thinking is way of life through mental and spiritual discipline when daily. Gotta do it every day. Will help and guide you to attain that goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My goal is to get you to do just that as the right thinking teacher and master. Your goal as a right thinker is to know thyself. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. I can teach them. That's why I do what I do. It's for you to help you out. I got you. A person who knows not and believe that they know, dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows but knows not that they know is asleep spiritually. I can wake them up with what? Knowledge of self. The spiritual alarm clock. I got the thing you need to wake up with. Trust me. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers know thyself. To Maya, be true. Speaking of knowing thyself, I'm big on that. Why? Because the self is actually your higher self, which is God. Okay? We get politically correct, so let's use the right frame. Okay? God is the title. Okay? Understand that. You can call it God, you understand it. You can call your higher self, the absolute. You can call it whatever you want. It ain't in the name. It ain't in what you call it. It's in what you do and how you serve it. Let's go. That's what right thinking philosophy is based on. Right thinkers, let's talk about to know thyself is to know God for yourself. My goal is to get you to do just that. I know him. I'm trying to get you to know him. That's my job. Take it serious. Let's go. Like my man who I rock. 50 years of funkin'. Still going. Okay? That tells you something. I've been with him for 40. As a matter of fact, I've been there for almost 50 with him. So yeah. I'm ride or die. I'm ride. Let's go. I know myself. Why? Because I took the time to learn, study, and live through what? Nature, aka God. I call it spiritual knowledge because I'm giving you knowledge of God and how to get to Him, to know Him for yourself. That's teaching. Knowing thyself is the ultimate goal for all human beings. Well, for ancient ancestors, it was important for them. Us, not so much. We want to be famous. We want to be a million views on all that nonsense. I'm in the media, but I'm here to teach. So all that fanfare, don't do nothing for me. Let's go. If you want to know the truth, you will have to put in your work to learn, live, to find the truth for yourself. I'm being cool. Yeah, I'm maintaining. It's nice warm weather out here, 90 degrees. It's good going. I'm feeling good about myself, so I'm gonna be cool. All right. I came up with right thinking philosophy concept. You know when? After I had a conversation with God. Mm-hmm. When I was told, don't tell them about me. You got no people doing that. Don't preach to them about me. You got even more people doing that. Teach them how to get to me. What the what? But guess what? That's what I do for you. Let's go. That's what I do. I can point you in the right direction. Whatever. But you have to do the walking. I talk it, you can walk it, and when you walk it, then you can talk it. Next one is right thinking philosophy shows you that you and are one. I want you to know, whoever separated man from God, I wish I can catch him. I take him out the shed and we do work. Dude, wrong. Sorry about that. I said I'm gonna be cool, but yeah, I get excited about nonsense. The term spiritual enlightenment, aka anointed, is you becoming conscious of God in you for yourself. It's a feeling that's undescribable, but when you have it, you know it. So that's what drives you. Belief only gets you so far. The experience, mystical experience, the transformation, nihas. There's a bunch of expressions you can call it, but when you experience it for yourself, you'll come up with your own term. That's what I'm saying. Okay, I'm moving on. But yeah, when you reach that phrase, when you and God become united as one, you become spiritually enlightened. That's the name of the game. I know the voice of God. Not James Earl Jones, not even Morgan Freeman, not even my favorite, George Burns. I love that guy. Vince Lombardi. Now, only person who knows how I feel about that guy is the other guy. So he got his point across. When God talks to you, they say he does. I'm living proof that he came to me in the Vince Lombardi voice. So you can't tell me nothing about that. We could have been, no, my man, no, don't even try. Don't waste your time. Okay? I'm just being straight and honest with you. That's what happened. That's what I can tell you. So I'm just making that point now. 5 years ago, they thought I was crazy. I'm glad to be able to express that point. I'm driving home. When he talked to you, he know just how to get your attention. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. All right. My goal now is to get all my right thinking philosophy followers to master themselves so they can know God for themselves. That's all I want to do. Get you there, and you can take it from there. That way. All right. Where we at? I know numbers are important, but success is not always in numbers, but 100% belief in God. And once you recognize Him and once you become enlightened, it's 100% ratio. You can't go wrong. You can't lose this stuff I give you to use. Trust me. All right, it's called truth. Truth with devotion, dedication breeds success, not fortune, fame. Just success when you meeting your maker for yourself. That's all I got for you. That's all I want to do for you. Nothing else. I ain't trying to brainwash you. I ain't trying to change your religion. I ain't trying to do nothing but get you to God for yourself. That's it. Understand that? You have no problem. Let's go. Let me get back to doing what I'm doing. I'm just sucking up time. Sorry about that. Now, it's called an awakening or waking up for a reason. Because our spirit that's ignorant is pretty much at sleep. It don't know itself. Hence, know thyself. They want you to wake the spirit up. Well, the spirit's already woke, but you have to become conscious of who you are. You think you are, I think I'm Martin. I know I'm more than Martin. I know my alter ego is P-Funk. So I know there's something else going on. A higher self. That's what you got to understand. Get in touch with that and you'll be fine. That's the awakening. Here you go. We are gods in what? In the flesh. What's inside me is God. Don't misunderstand that. But we don't know ourselves mentally, consciously. That's why it's got to become God conscious. Okay? We're all God and goddesses in the flesh. Being asleep means what? Means you don't know yourself yet. That's why they call it the awakening. The great awakening is when collectively across the board we all wake up. We won't all wake up at the same time, but I see a change coming. Sam Cooke, yeah, it's gonna be, yeah. But that's because we're starting to get what? Enlightened, informed of things that we wasn't prior invited to. It wasn't given to us. So we got our own information that I'm trying to let my people know this is ours. Don't get anxious stuff. No, this is our stuff. Trust me. Okay, get back. Here you go. Our spirit is given to us as a gift from the Maker. Our consciousness, which we call free will, because it's your choice to do or not do. Simple as that. Okay. Our choices are ours to make, but I call myself a spiritual alarm clock. Why? Because I want to give you the information that will wake you up so you can make a better choice. If you knew better, you could be able to make better choices for yourself. And that should mean you're going to do better. If you live asleep in the dream world, all you will get from that is an endless dream. You can't keep living in a mental state of mind. If you're in prison, you're locked down somewhere, all you can do is play that mental game with yourself. But you're out here in the free world, you have to deal with reality. When you find yourself, when you wake up and know who you are, you will have found God. Okay? I'm about to wrap this up. Here you go. I know when I became spiritually enlightened, God was in contact with me from within me, not out here. No. I know that my higher self, when I reached a certain standard of living, a certain way of doing things, a certain way of thinking, I changed a whole bunch of things in my life. All of a sudden, something started happening. Things started. Sound like a preacher. Slow down. I let my man, I feel like my pastor. I'm about to get the rock and go. Alright. That ain't my thing. But I love when they do that because I know it's coming from here. So here you go. I know that my higher self, God, is within me. We are one. Always on the one. I tell you, I know God for myself. I want you to be able to make the same statement in earnest. Why? That can only happen not just in your mind, but in real life. That but God situation, that you and only you and God know, and it was taken care of, and you got to say, thank you, Lord. That's your but God moment. At that point, you should start praise and worship and doing for him what? Look what he did for you. How many times he got to keep showing you over and over? I keep telling my pastor, God been showing us his people who follow him, his might, and they still go what? Sideways. Another story. I know that. Okay, here you go. Yes, knowing yourself and knowing God are the same thing. That's right thinking philosophy. I want you to understand that. Heart, mind, God, you, coherence, one. I like the idea because I lived it and I live it daily and I teach it also. Why? If it wasn't good, I wouldn't live it. And if it wasn't good and didn't work, I couldn't teach it. You judge the teacher by the students that he bring out. I'm going to let that do my talking. All right, I'm moving on. I'm about to wrap it up again. I appreciate you doing it. I'm a little antsy right now. I'm about to take it home. Here we go. God is in you. And whoever took God and put him up a cloud and having reached down here, I like to catch that guy. God is in you. And God is in the world. And when you learn that, you are a right thinker. If you're not thinking about God being you, or you ain't God conscious, you ain't the right thinker, so I ain't worried about you. Okay, here we go. I want all my right thinkers to what? Know God is spirit and it's also in them. Life, nature. I use the term spiritual enlightenment, God consciousness, Nihas anointment, Christhood, Horsehood, whatever you want to call it. But these are all just titles that you give for a person who reaches a certain level spiritually and knowledgeably in his life. That's what called spiritual awakening is. You're looking at one. That's all I can tell you. I want you to get the same thing. I can teach you how that is done. I can teach you about God so that you can praise and worship him in earnest like I do. I get goosebumps. I cry. I get filled with the Lord. Okay, when I'm around spiritual people. Okay? If I get to thinking too hard, I stand right here and cry on my own just from the good feeling that I get from praising and worshiping God. That's called being blissed out. I can control it now. One time I couldn't, now I get better control over it. So I can turn it off and turn it up and down. I got the switch now. I'm in control. I'm master of my spirit. Now I can dial it down if I have to and ramp it up when I want to. Mastery, self-mastery. You can do the same thing. Trust me, it's a beautiful thing. All right, here, let me wrap it up. When your higher self God, aka God consciousness, speaks, you should listen and obey. When you do that on a constant, consistent basis, you will change. Trust me. The spirit in me, the spirit in you, when we put it together, there's nothing we can't do. So it's so easy to be myself. And why? I'm God conscious. You can be too. Stay tuned. I got more for you.